everybody. Happy Sunday. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and welcome to all of my new subscribers. Thank you for coming on. I greatly appreciate it. It is actually the first Sunday in March. The first Sunday of the month. I typically do my sewing buzz videos, so I didn't do it obviously in February because it was all about BHM Pattern Designers, the live event, as well as, you know, the sewing challenge online. And this month is everything kind of flowed into March, so I'm sharing still. This is my final make from BHM Pattern Designers. So for those who totally missed it, you know, for whatever reason missed it, I will leave a link down in the description box. Head over to the description box. You can read all about what is BHM Pattern Designers. Obviously, February, in the month of February in the United States is Black History Month. And so the purpose of BHM Pattern Designers is to promote and highlight Black pattern designers. And so that's what it was all about. And then I will also link in the description box, and it'll probably pop up at the end of this video. So click on it, is the BHM Pattern Designers, my playlist. That way you can see different things that I have made in, you know, previous years and all of that good stuff. So by the time you are seeing this, the live event is over. The sewing challenge is over. I am still catching up. I am super relaxed today. As you can tell, I have on a tank. This is actually a Kalayla Ali pattern with simplicity. And I want to say, I don't know. I can't think of off the top of my head what the pattern number is. I will put it on the screen. And so absolutely love this pattern. But now the pattern is too big, and so this here, if you saw my video for this, I had to take this in some more so it could fit because it was just too baggy and everything. But anyway, so that is the top that I am wearing. Like I said, everything is a wrap. I will give a recap, so look, stay tuned. This is what you want to do. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Don't forget to thumbs up this video. Let's get SewNaturalDane back into this silly YouTube algorithm that what I've learned from some other YouTubers is happening globally to different channels. So yeah, let's get this let's give it a thumbs up and get this back into the algorithm here. But anyway, stay tuned. Make sure you're subscribed, because I will do a roundup coming up on Wednesday of everything I made for the month of February. So if you didn't catch any of those videos, those are the review videos, deep dive. When I do the wrap up, it's just going to be a summation of my thoughts on the patterns, which ones I will make again, which ones I wouldn't, that type of thing, real quick. And then Sunday, next week Sunday, you will see a haul. So I do have a haul. I went to High Fashion Fabrics here in Houston. I took Crystal, she from Crystal Sews and Stuff. She was here later. Her flight left late, much later on Sunday. So we just kind of hung out and everything. And so I took her the High Fashion Fabric. And then I have a few things from, I have a few patterns that I did pick up from Know Me Patterns when that was on sale in early February. Show you the fabric I picked up from High Fashion Fabrics, and I'm going to show you the fabric that I was gifted by the lovely Talisha from Creativity by T. No, I'm sorry, that came from Crystal. I'm sorry, from Crystal Sews and Stuff. Sorry about that, Crystal. That came from Crystal from Crystal Sews and Stuff. And then I am going to share with you in the following video, it will be a montage of all of the entries, the winners, all of that good stuff, because I will be going live on Instagram the week you're seeing this to pick the winners, which I do every year. So make sure you're following on Instagram so you get that notification when I will go live for that. And then the next video after that should be the final video about BHM Pattern Designers. What I plan to do is share with you, because the photographer was there, and yeah, so I want to share with you, talk about the event, talk about how it all went. If you've it's really no secret. If you've been seeing people post about it, you know, everybody absolutely loved all of the classes. Absolutely loved all of the classes. They enjoyed the event. They enjoyed the food. They just enjoyed seeing each other. A lot of the people that they follow here on YouTube. So that was my desire. That was my prayer, and prayer answered. So God is good. So let me jump into this review. It's going to be relatively short because it's a simple make. This is the August wrap vest by J.Desiree Studio Patterns, who's also So Much Jazz on Instagram. So if you follow So Much Jazz, that is the person that is the founder owner of J.Desiree Studio Patterns. And so I knew when she dropped this, I can't remember when this came out. It could have been in December, maybe it was November of last year. I want to say it was towards the end of 2022 when this dropped. I knew immediately I was making it for BHM Pattern Designers, and I knew immediately the fabric the textile that I wanted to use to make it. And so essentially the vest is only, it's not a lot of pieces. You have your front, your back, you have the pocket, and then you have the pocket fringe, and then you have the ties that wrap around. The instructions, I will say, and then you have the flap. That's what I meant to say. It's called the pocket flap. You have the pocket and pocket flap, which I'll show you all of that on here. Now, this vest is meant to be lined. I knew I was never planning on lining, not the first version. First meaning I do want to make this again out of a denim version, and I want the denim version to be fully lined. But let me get to that. Let me stay on this one. So I knew I had some, you all knew I purchased this. This is faux leather buttery from Emmeline Bags. When I tell you this stuff is so easy to work with, I made a handbag. I made lavender and twines. I can't think of the name of the handbag, but I made that out of it. And then part of my Georgia Girl Stitches Phoebe clutch, the bottom part, is also made out of this. So I ordered quite a few yards. So because I didn't know what else I wanted to do with it. Initially, you know, I was planning on making the moto jacket from who is that? I can't think of who that is. It might come to me, or I might put it on the screen. But I was going to make a moto jacket when I was working on jackets or coats, you know, a couple of years back before we moved. And then when the wrap vest came out, I said, I am totally using it for that, because I have a whole look in mind that I wanted to do. And remember I said I wanted my look for my birthday look, I wanted it to be simple, chic, but then a statement. And so the statement were the sleeves on that look. I'll put a link up to that video up above. But then for this, I knew I wanted everything I wore with this vest to be straight simple, super simple, but I wanted the vest to make the statement, and I wanted to have on a statement piece necklace. And so yes, that's exactly what I did and exactly what I got. Now, I will say at the time I'm recording this, I actually made this. Yes, I am one of those sewists. From time to time, not all the time, but a lot of times, I wait to the last minute to make things. And the vest was finished at 1 o'clock in the morning, the day of my event. Mind you, I sold this after we got back from the meet and greet. But anyway, I sold it after the meet and greet and finished at 1 o'clock in the morning. And I knew at the time, I was like, when I finished it, I didn't do the tie fronts. For one, I didn't have enough leftover faux leather for that. And then I had some black faux leather that I was thinking I would use, and I was like, no, I really don't want to do that. And I said, you know what, I am wearing navy blue underneath, so I think I would just put on my navy blue belt and rock with that. That should work. And so wasn't sure when I got up the next morning, but anyway, Myra helped me figure it out, and I was like, does this look right? Looked sharp. So that's one thing I want to say. So because I didn't line this, a lot of it, and I'll hold this up for you in a moment, a lot of the finishings and everything you see in the pattern, you don't have to do if you're not going to do the lining. And so I'll share with you what I did to kind of get those edges and everything to look good. Now, the only thing, and I did reach out to Jasmine about this, the owner of the pattern. There is a sew along link in the pattern, and the only reason I wanted to look at that sew along was how to do this pocket that goes on the front. And so, because everything else you don't really need to follow along on the sew along. At least I didn't feel like I needed to, but it's still nice that the sew along comes with this. But the link was broken at the time that I was making this, and so I did reach out to Jasmine to let her know that, because I tried a couple different times. I even tried to type in the URL into you know, and that didn't work either. So but anyway, so I will put up on the screen, because I have since reached out to her, so I'll put up on the screen if she has any updates. But at any rate, so super easy make, and like I said, it was just the pocket that I was thinking, ooh, I want to see how we put this together, because this is how the pocket piece looked. And yeah, it's a very interesting way you put this together. And so I wanted to watch how she did it, so I knew how to do it. And so since the link wasn't working, I sat there for I don't know how long, just rereading the instructions over and over until I understood how to do the pocket on here. And so and then there are a couple features I do like about it. Is it has fisheye darts in the back and in the front of the pattern pieces. And so yeah, that is essentially it. Yeah, that is essentially it. Oh, I do want to say, very size inclusive pattern. So the size range goes from up to, it starts at an extra small of 29.5 inch for the bust, and it goes all the way up to a 60-inch bust. And the waist goes from a 26 up to a 53. And so yeah, and then there's about 3 eases of inch into the finished garment measurement. So very nice, very size inclusive. So let me show you a couple of things about the pattern. So here it is. This is about the best way I can figure out how to hang it up. So you will see in the pictures when I show what I wore it with. This is actually a non-black pattern designer. This is actually the Love Notions Arlington that I made, and I actually I did not put the hem band on there. And what else did I do? And this time I did the mock, because I made this before. And so absolutely love it, quick make. And so I knew this would be perfect to just something simple to go with the skirt. The skirt you will see that I wore with this is the Michelle Sew's patterns, which I already did a review for as part of my birthday look. I wore that on the bottom. And so that was the skirt that I wore. And so yeah, you can check out that video for that review. So this is the vest. So obviously it's not closed because I did not do the ties. Let me step back. But when it's worn, you'll see in the pictures where I put my belt on, looked absolutely sharp. Looks so nice. And so let me just share with you. I'm going to take it off the hanger, because I want to share with you what I did, because obviously I did not line it. So this is the opposite side of the wrong side of the faux leather. Very nice, very soft. It's not rough or anything like that. And so when I tell you this is buttery soft, see how pliable that is? It is buttery soft. And yes, I sewed it up on my domestic machine. No issues at all. I used did I use my leather needle or my denim needle? I can't remember. I might have used my leather needle. It's possible. I think I used my leather needle. So what I did to clean off the edges is I just folded it over, as you can tell. So it's a clean finish. And obviously with the faux leather, you don't have to worry about it fraying or anything like that anyway. But I just finished all of the edges, the whole thing. I just turned it in. all of it. So if I turn this on the right side, you can see completely finished. That's the way it is finished. And so obviously this goes over, you know, you stick your arm through one way and then it wraps across the front. And so I think this is so snazzy. When it came out, I was like, I am making that. And like I said, I didn't tell you what size I made. What size did I make? And it is drafted. What I do like too, it is drafted for somebody that is 5'7". So if you're more petite, definitely take that into consideration. Because you might need to shorten it for your particular height, unless you could be petite and just have a long torso, and this works perfectly fine. So make sure you measure, because it is drafted for somebody that is 5'7". Let me see, what size did I make? Okay, I made a 2XL to allow myself some extra ease in it, because the 2XL in bust circumference is 46 to 48. I'm a 45. The next size down was an extra large, which was a 42 through a 44 inch. So because I'm like right in the middle, you know, they always say err on the side and go to the larger size. That way, if you know, as you're going through the sewing process, if you need to do anything, it's better. You can take away fabric as opposed to adding. So I went up to the 2XL is the size that I made. And so let me just show you this pocket. Once I figured out, I have a couple strays here. Once I figured out how to put it on, it was brilliant. So these are, what are they called? Pocket tassels or something like that, I think. But you normally have 4 pieces and you turn them right side out, and you would be the same, you know, on the wrong side, you see the wrong side. So I decided not to do that. I was like, oh, I don't necessarily need to do that. So I just made sure just to cut 2 pieces and overlapped it, because this is how it is supposed to be overlapped. Here is the pocket, here is the pocket flap, and yes, it is functional. You can put something in the pocket. So it's almost like a gusset. It's pretty much a gusset pocket. So you put something in there, it definitely has room. I didn't put anything in mine. I probably never would, even in the denim one I want to make, only because I think it's more of a fashion statement to me, as opposed to for me to put stuff in. But obviously, depending on how you rock it, you can do whatever you want, right? And so yeah, that is it. The fisheye darts worked perfectly. Now this side do stick out a little bit from the dart. I think I made the dart too deep on this side, but I mean, it still looked good. But yeah. Oh, and then you do have a bust dart as well. So you have the bust dart, fisheye darts in the front and back. So that is it. I absolutely love it. Hopefully I've been popping up pictures in a little video. Everybody loved it, loved how it looked. Definitely pleased with it. Like I said, I do plan to make it again, and this was my final piece for my for the event. So I wore this the day of the event, and I actually have a statement, my statement piece, my jewelry, my accessories. This is the bag that this necklace came in. Absolutely love this. This is by Rissa's Artistic Designs. I'll link to her Instagram page. Her creations are absolutely beautiful. So I had ordered this, and she was so accommodating. Her name is Clarissa. So accommodating, because I saw something else purple on her site, and then we talked on Instagram, and yeah, she was just we video chatted, I should say, on Instagram. And so she was just really, really good, so accommodating and everything. But anyway, this was the piece that I wore with it. Let me come up so you can see it. Isn't that absolutely stunning? You see the buttons? Isn't that stunning? And you know, the purple. And so when she showed me this, I was like, yes, that is my statement piece for the day of my event. And then my earrings were from Shaka Martinique, I believe that's how you pronounce her name, which were purple. And so yeah, the look was purple and navy blue. obviously you guys know these colors are both in my color palette, but that's what I wanted to wear that day. And I actually had planned on wearing my shoes. I had some heels I was gonna wear. Y'all, by the time I was done running around, it was so much running around that week and the night before and everything. The day of, I just kept on some flats and kept it moving, because yeah, my feet were like, hello. But anyway, that is it. That is the look. I will link to Clarissa's page down below, but this is just stunning. And she has another piece that I saw I want to get to, but isn't this just handcrafted? She did it all. Absolutely beautiful. And then I love the little detail on the back, the clamp on the back. Hopefully you can see that is a button. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Yeah, so absolutely love it. So all right, everybody, stay tuned for Wednesday's video and Sunday, and then next week Wednesday, and I'm not sure what's coming up after that. I will let you know, but that is it. That is my review. Like I said, I'm definitely gonna make another one of the wrap vests, but I want a denim version. And I do want to line the denim version. I do want to line the denim version. So stay tuned for that. That'll be in the future. But yeah, that is it, everybody. This necklace is absolutely gorgeous. All right, everybody, have a blessed start to your week, and we will see you on Wednesday. Bye.